What's up, guys? It's been a minute, but got a watch build knocked out. Let me get this glove off my hand. Show off one of our flame bronze Krakens. So, as always, they come out looking really awesome. So, these are torched at different temperatures and different durations, painted, and then we just torch them to see what comes out. So, good looking blues in there, good looking purples in here, and then bronzed. And just however it comes out is however it comes out. So, this build is in a brushed case, and may have seen I've done a build quite similar to this before, except the dials are always slightly different. So did this one with an Omega style handset with a long lume seconds hand, Kraken engraved crown. And then I don't know what to say that this bezel is styled off of. I know I've seen it though. I don't remember what I've seen it on. And I don't want to say the wrong thing and look silly, but can't think of the luxury brand it was. I don't know if it was a Tudor that I saw, but really good looking bezel on here. It'll turn left, it'll turn right. These are non-clickable style bezels. So, but they're brought in pretty far. So unless you kind of bump it, you won't really have to worry about putting it back to where it needs to go. So only that marker up there really kind of tells you that if it was unaligned, if that wasn't there, it could be anywhere. Milled caseback that we laser engraved. This has a stainless steel movement holder on there, though you can't see, and one of my little autographed rotors inside there. And then this is on a super custom and expedited suede leather with purple stitching. This is thick. This is super soft, and you've got your brushed buckle on here. And it will, I hit it with some canned air and like got particles all around, so, or got some of that fuzz up in the air, so it will stick to the glass until it's gone through its motions. But that is the build. I thought it came out pretty awesome. I love these dials. I don't have too many of them left. We'll try and show off a little bit of the lume here while we can. So got your pips around. You've got your 12 o'clock marker there on that bezel insert. And that is the build. Getting it out in time for Thanksgiving. Or before Thanksgiving as a gift. So stars aligned. The suede is super nice. I can't wait for you to actually get it in person. And it is tight against the legs, so there is not a lot of play there, but if you do kind of give a pull on it, you can move it. The spring bar in this is super thick. I had to sit here and run things through it and widen it just a little bit, so it is packed in there. Like getting that out, you'd have to use something to push on one end and needle nose pliers on the other end, because it is a very thick, it's over 1 millimeter spring bar in there. So these will not move too much on you. So even when you wear it, see how they kind of stay straight. So not a lot of play there. So that is the build. As with every build, I reference that bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. These are non-clickable style bezels. They just are just on with a tension ring. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, see, you'll notice it's not on there. You see that play there. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you try and do these single winds like this, inevitably you start threading it back on. But wind this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on. Even if you're not very active, that mixed with your rotor movement, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 15 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. You can wind it all day if you like. When you're happy with your winding, pull it to the one and only click. At that point, you can now set your time. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on that stem. So if you give it a little bit of a pull, you won't even realize it does that. But, okay, Google, what time is it? 4 something. 4:33 p.m. When you're happy with your setting it, I usually kind of give it a tap to get it out of that time setting and then wind it down. If you don't get it out of that as soon as you start winding it down, your hands will move. So you've got a clutch system in there. So you can go from winding it to setting the time, but you cannot go from setting the time back to winding it. You have to re-engage the clutch, screw it all the way down. Now it's re-engaged. Now you can back it back out and wind it again. But you want to make sure that you take it out of that time setting. So I always just give it a little tap over. You can push it over, and a lot of times you can get it. But if you do that and you don't feel that you like right as soon as you twist it in, you see the hand move like a couple minutes, and then it goes in, you didn't have it over far enough. So I kind of give it that jar tap over where it takes it out of that. But you'll get a feel for it right away and know exactly what I mean. So, but that is your build. I thought it came out pretty freaking awesome. And I hope she loves it, man. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. Entirely up to you how cool you are, whether you wear those with the watch or not. But it is a lot cooler when you do. This is going to come with a matching Kraken box. This is going to come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything here in the center. Non-toxic, non-streaking, non-residue. It's also going to come with some leather conditioner. That'll keep this strap perfectly soft. If at any time you ever feel that it's not the way it's supposed to be, not as pliable, apply it on both sides, let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon. It's like Polywatch. Just I can buy this and package it myself, and it's a lot cheaper. You've got an acrylic glass, and you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff against it using your included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, go back and forth, doing small circles on it. Fill that scratch in with this and then buff it out. And you should knock it out in 15-20 seconds. If you don't get it knocked out, wait a little bit. Let that kind of solidify. Polish it a bit. Make sure there's none on there. Then go back and do it again. Just kind of layer it back on there. So that is the build. I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.